My name is Yesigye Bravo, the director of Bravo Shoes, a brand that has been on for some time, a brand that deals in back-to-school quality shoes for children, and again a brand that deals in diabetic foot care under Bravo Diabetic Foot Care. I started this brand many years ago, definitely not as Bravo Shoes, but started small as a hawking men's clothes, until later I managed to start traveling to Dubai to start buying clothes for men. Along the way I thought that yes, much as I would do this kind of business, it will not sustain me forever. I sat down, I said, yes, I think I should be able to create a brand that can be able to give back to society, a brand that is ready to solve challenges that parents were facing at the time. Parents were having challenges of school shoes, and I said, yes, why not start up that? It was not just ordinarily selling shoes. It was about creating a brand that can have a relationship with both our clients, the consumers as children, and then the parents that have the money. So we started up small around 2006, started up under small scale, but being that my aim was about the brand, I did my best to make sure that my driving force was seeing Bravo Shoes get to the levels that I want. Of course, I knew it's not easy to bring up a brand or sustain a brand, but because of my mission that I had attached to the brand, I guess it's what has made me progress. Reason being that I take time to see whatever I do is calculative, is mindful all the time of the mission that I started this business. In most cases, many people forget about the mission, and most people have put money as the primary role of why they start their businesses. To me, money is secondary, because many people have always asked, if you're in business, how come that you don't mind about money? Yes, if you mind about money first, then you will fail, because you will get so many disappointments along the way. As a brand, people needed to have that sentimental attachment, that connection with the brand first. There are those who can connect in 3 months, in 5 months, in 1 year, in 10 years, even 20 years. So it depends. There are those who are actually waiting for others to be the lead, to take up the lead in buying from you, and others can always come along the way. So we have to exercise patience, because the driving force should be the mission why you started this small business of yours. And I must tell you this, that there is no business you do that people have never done. How you garnish yourself matters. All over the world, same businesses have been done, but how you garnish yourself matters to make you very unique and different from other people. There are many people who are selling shoes in Uganda. I am not the first one. I grew up putting on shoes. What matters is how we garnish ourselves. Definitely, you get there. And I must tell you that it's not about being born lucky or being born fortunate. It's about the hard work. It's about you connecting with the right people and all the time keeping your mind youthful. If you look at KFC, the gentleman that started KFC, who was 68 years old after retirement, he sold his first franchise after 20 years. He was 88 years by then. Imagine somebody starting up a brand at 68 years. And many out there, you're 25, you're already bored. You're 40, you're already bored. You're 50, you're already bored. It's just because we do not put our efforts in whatever we're doing. We're not looking at our missions. We're not looking at why we started this business. So, along the way, we encounter challenges. And these challenges shape us better. The greater the challenges, the greater the success. If everything would be coming easy for you, this is where you develop complacency and arrogancy. You have seen so many young people have made deals, have made money, they become arrogant, they become complacency, they become foolish, just because things unfolded easy. The reason why people expect miracles, there are no miracles. It's about working. If at all, yes, your luck comes in. There are so many challenges that come with when you get money when you're still young. The ego comes in. The greed comes in because you have to be greedy to make sure that you're grabbing each and everything. So with all that, definitely those are challenges you're going to encounter, and once you encounter those challenges, they're able to shape you. It's about accepting the challenges and say, yes, this is my time. And don't call it crossroad. It's not a crossroad. It's challenges shape us better to who we are. It's about acceptance that yes, much as I have this, I'm going to be challenged, which is normal. That's why I tell people even the most healthy fall sick. Even the most successful get challenges. But how they manage their challenges is what matters. But if you're out there and you feel that yes, challenges are breaking you down, that means you're allowing your external to influence who you are. When we start our businesses, some of us become very arrogant because you have a degree, because you're educated, because you have masters. It doesn't add up. It's about hard work. It's about involving yourself no matter what your external talks about, no matter what people say. Because you find that so many people would always want to bring you down. Maybe if they're failures, they want to use to actually increase their club of failures. Whatever you begin, somebody tells you, wow, people have done all that and they have failed. Who are you? So with that, the moment you succumb to external, the moment you succumb to anybody who will always bring you down, then you're bound to fail. I would tell you that yes, if you start any small business, there are 3 poisons to avoid. There are 3 human poisons that you must be aware of. Number 1 is greed, anger, and foolishness. Stroke ignorance. The moment you fight those 3, the moment you start your business, that you will never be affected by greed, by anger, by foolishness, you will be successful. And you have the greatest business. But so many people waste a lot of energy on greed, being greedy, on anger because somebody has competed with you. Foolishness, you have known that foolishness is the worst. And then ignorance. We always want to keep ignorant. We don't want to learn something from the other parties. And again, respect whoever does something that you can't do, no matter their level of education. If you can't fix something by yourself, then know that that person who has fixed it is much better than you, because there's something they know that you do not know. If you go about education, if you're a lawyer, doesn't mean you know everything. If you're a doctor, you can't know anything. Actually, your understanding stops only at your level of what you studied. So when we develop a mutual respect of knowing that I can always learn from somebody who has done something that I can't know, we always add on our caps. We're always adding on our knowledge. But sometimes we become foolish and arrogant because we think that yes, I know and I know it can't happen. Just know that somebody is better than you. That's how we can develop respect. The moment you develop that, then you're able to grow in the small business that you started. How do I overcome these challenges? Yes, I always tell people that when you get to that level, you cross the bridge. Challenges are there. The moment you accept your challenges, that yes, this is a challenge that I might go through, you have managed it. But the moment you don't recognize the challenge, then you can never manage the challenge. Some of us, of course, we have always attached our challenges by our external. Somebody is bewitching me. Somebody is against me. My competitor is the one who is doing this. Because you're not doing what is right, you think your competitors are taking a toll on you. It can happen. Challenges are bound to happen, maybe because you have not done what is right. That means that you go back on the drawing board. If you go back on the drawing board, then you're able to actually realize where the mistake came from. But the moment you still blame all the challenges you get to your external, is where you are actually spending negative energy on things that do not matter in your life. Instead of spending negativity or negative energies, you'd rather now get to actually look at the challenges, find solutions out of those challenges that have come. Recognizing that this is my challenge, how do I go through it, is what matters most. But most people are always running away from challenges because you want to be in a world that is free from problems. Of course, I myself, I've always looked at being happy. And what is happiness? Happiness is not the absence of problems or challenges. Happiness, inner absolute happiness, is having the capacity to go through all the challenges that you encounter in life. And that's one of the principles that have actually helped me move. That all the time, no matter the challenges that I have, I keep smiling. I keep aiming at happiness, because happiness is not bought. So having the capacity to go through the challenges that we've encountered is what I termed as inner absolute happiness. So all in all, let us not waste our energies on our external. Sit down, see where the challenge has come from, and find solution out of that very challenge, than running away from it. Because the more you run away from it, the more challenges that come to you. The more you are negative, the more negativity you attract. The more positive you are, the more positive things that you attract. So all these go hand in hand in your business. The attitude we have. What attitude do you have in your business? What kind of attitude do you take on when you start up a business? It's not about trying to compete with people all the time. You're in competition, all the time you're in competition, then somebody puts up a price competition with you, then you feel you're broken down. It's not about. That's why there are expensive things and they are still leading. You can have an expensive product and it's leading the market. Somebody has a cheap one, it cannot lead. It's not about price. So in the end, it depends on the attitude. But when we have our missions, meaning that our missions can never be forgotten. So whenever you have a mission, you're like, yes, I myself, whatever I do, I mind about the brand being one of the most successful brands. And that's my mission. So I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that Bravo Shoes becomes one of the most respected brands. And that's what I aim at. And that's what I think is more important for me. So if you have started up something, is it about money? And if it's about money, you're mistaken. Because you're bound to fail. Because money cannot come in like that. You must work for it for some time. Money comes after 20, 25 years. People enjoy at 50. But most of all, take care of the now. When you take care of the now, I want to assure you, you will be successful. Don't mind about your past. Majority of people think I'm born from a poor family. Others think because my background is poor. It can't happen. Some of us are dropouts. Some of us never went to school. But because we allowed the world to teach us more 1,000 times, the world teaches you more 1,000 times than what school teaches you. But if you have an open mind, you're able to learn. You're able to learn every day. All the time, you're able to learn to understand how the world moves. And if you accept the world in a positive way, the world will be able to shape you up. But sometimes some of us were too rigid because we are full of arrogancy. We are full of pride. We are full of foolishness because we think that yes, what I know must be. It can happen. Just allow and let the world actually be able to train you more and more. Yes, many lessons learned. Many lessons learned. Of course, patience. That patience pays. Consistency, persistence, and keeping at it all the time. Most of us, many years, you find that in 5 years you have done 20 jobs. You know nothing. In 5 years, you have rotated in so many different things. In all those things, you know nothing. I have come to learn that there are 3 key points, 3 major secrets to success. And those 3 major topmost. Number 1 is integrity. Number 2 is integrity. Number 3 is integrity. Integrity takes the highest point. If you have integrity, nobody is going to corrupt you in your own business. If you have integrity, you'll always be mindful of whatever you do that you don't want to bring back down your business. With integrity, you're able to do what is right even when nobody's watching. That's the description of integrity. So, when you have integrity, you'll be trusted by your clients. When you have integrity, you'll be trusted by your bankers, let's say your creditors. If you have integrity, you'll be trusted by the colleagues you deal with. If you have integrity, definitely also your employees will also trust you and be able to work with you, because yes, if you make promises, you're able to get to them. So integrity as a lesson to everybody, that without integrity, your business will never be successful. Yes, maybe you may have your luck. Your deal maybe go through those who are dealers, but it's not sustainable. And you can never sustain it. Once again, just know that consistently keeping at what you're doing and making it better will lead you to whatever you want, for as long as integrity takes the 3 topmost. Thank you so much. Have a good day and all the best that you do. Regards. Bye-bye.